This is Donavan The A&R from RecordGram, and you're now tuned into All Things Boss. Make sure you check it out. I'm coming to come get you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So I just want to jump right into it.
Okay.
Let's talk about RecordGram.
It's the biggest thing since sliced bread. But we're actually a mobile producer marketplace for artists and producers. We won one of the biggest accolades that an app can win, a thing called TechCrunch last year. So the year wrapped so fast, but we're still on that wave, riding that wave. We also did what's it called? Planet of the Apps. And that's with Apple too, and end up having actually will.i.am as our mentor and one of our advisors. So it's
Nice.
really great. We're just here to help people, artists and producers to get where they need to be.
Okay, so with the platform of RecordGram for an artist, like how is it that they can go about becoming a part of it?
Okay, so just like Instagram, you can just download it and then upload your stuff. The difference between us and Instagram is it's solely based for music. It's not, not saying that the other stuff on Instagram isn't cool, but this is solely based for people that want people to actually know that they have the talent or they're gaining the talent.
Right.
Because it's also going to be a teaching component for the people that are looking, because it's also a mobile studio. You pull up a record and you record from your phone, walking down the street, and then upload it to it and then share it to your platforms.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and then we're the only platform that actually have your fans make money with you.
So you guys kind of like operate the way like Instagram does. Like, is it according to the amount of followers that they have, or interaction where their accounts can become verified?
No, actually, no. We don't subscribe to that. Mm-hmm. More so of the reason why is because everybody's chasing a blue check, right? Mm-hmm. So that's cool. What we do is if the artist or the producer use our platform well enough, we will end up probably verifying them just because we see that they're avid users. Our criteria is different than Instagrams and Facebooks. We didn't want to have to go into that vein of how we do it, because it's two different type of verification. You have the industry guys, like myself, they will have a different badge. Then the creators will have like the blue check. So you can differentiate from who is who.
Right, you know who's who.
Exactly. So,
awesome.
And then for the fan, they know, well, I'm following this person because they have great content, not because they are, a music executive, per se.
Okay. So I do know one of your most popular artists on RecordGram happens to be Elle Renee.
Yeah, she's one of the faces.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about Elle Renee and tell everybody your relation?
I found Elle when she was 14. We've been in constant development since she was 14. The best thing about that is we believe in music development. Everything has to be oven baked and not microwaved.
Yes.
So we like everything to be warm, opposed to it being warm around the edges and cold in the middle. So she's now 17. They were trying to dub her like the Filipino Amy Winehouse, but it's people always trying to give their own because she sounds like something they're familiar, but she has her own style, own everything. She's done a bunch of shows here. Her biggest show she did here was during Fashion Week at Madison Square Garden. So
nice.
At like 15 years old, that was like off my bucket list. Like I wanted an artist that I had to perform at Madison Square Garden, and she did. Wow. She had the support of her parents and with us, and it's a great team.
That's great. So just give me a little bit of history about you within the music industry and exactly like what it is that you're doing now outside of RecordGram.
A lot of people know me as a Universal A&R for some time, which was a great experience. Outside of that, I worked with a company called iStandard Producers that was just a solely producer-based company that helped producers and did over 100+ shows for producers to help them get them out there. Like if you see the forefront of independent producers coming out, iStandard had a hand in that. Okay. And then on top of that, I had artist manager, then just finding my way through the music business, because the thing about this is there's so many other jobs outside of being a producer or a rapper that you can do in the music business. So you find a way to see how to make money.
Right, absolutely. There's always a way in this industry.
And then, exactly, and you create your lane and you see what works. So then now with RecordGram, it's now music and technology. You know, I'm a music advisor for them, and I'm the A&R, executive A&R for them as well.
Nice.
So it pretty much came into the same role anyway.
Right.
So it wasn't like I was going to something like uncharted waters. More so with the technology, yes, a little bit. I had to brush up on what I need to know.
Right.
But the music, I've been around it for so long. And actually, our co-founder, Mims, not only is a business partner, but is a good friend of mine. His vision is very clear, very a critical thinker. You already know he thought about it 30 times before he said it to you. So now rallying behind him is, I'm his soldier. Just let me know where I need to be, and I'm gonna get it done.
Right, just get it done,
And,
right.
you know, but outside of music, you know, family man, husband, father, son. You know.
Yeah, let's talk about Donavan the dad.
Yeah, Donavan the dad.
Donavan the dad.
Well, I do, like, I get up in the morning, get them ready for school, and be the person that for them to see. Because I think at the end of the day, people get this notion of music that dads are not around. And that's why I love how Swiss Beats does. He showcases that he's always with his kids. Destroys the stigma that your kids don't know what you're doing. Because I know when my parents was working and all that good stuff, they didn't really take us to work. Right. Because 9 out of 10 times they didn't like where they worked. Okay. So and that's and that's just the facts. But my sons lived in the studio, like, because I wanted them to know, not more so to groom them into being anything music wise. Right. I just wanted them to see what I did,
so they can see what you do,
and be around people that are actually doing something different outside of the norm. Right. So they were meeting, entrepreneurs at 2-3 years old, they and asking, five. My son is one of my oldest, my second oldest, he's 10. He'll ask what he did, asking questions. Right. And those things put those seeds in their mind.
Absolutely, for that to be their norm.
Exactly.
Opposed to how we grew up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then having a young baby, a different type of, because
you're your first girl?
Actually it's my second. My oldest daughter is 15.
Right.
Yeah, and she's a teenager.
That's a whole different.
That's another
different animal.
That's another animal. And then my youngest, body wise, she's like 6 months. Mentally, she's 11 months.
Yes, and that's that miracle baby.
Yeah,
she's destined to be here.
That's what they say. As a music dad, just wanted to make sure that your child is taken care of. I don't subscribe. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't subscribe to a boss. I am my own. I'm an entrepreneur. A lot of people say I'm an entrepreneur and don't do anything. Right. I actually do what I have to do, but I was able to be there for my wife and my daughter while we were going through that tough time, and didn't have to worry about money. Right. Because I was able to. Right. Because being an entrepreneur, you're able to allocate your time where it needs to be at that particular time. Exactly. And being there for your family is the number one priority. And that's all that matters to me. That's it. Because as long as they're good, then everything else is good. Everything falls into place. Yeah. Man, I'm so excited that you came on and did All Things Boss. Yes, All Things Boss. So Donavan, let everybody know where they can follow you, give all your social media. Okay, first, RecordGram, Donavan The A&R, and that's at Donavan The A&R, DONAVANTHEANR. That's on Twitter, Instagram, Donavan The A&R. Across the board, you can find me, Donavan The A&R.
It was a pleasure to have All Things Boss being filmed here at IMI Studio. So to me, All Things Boss is such an amazing project because it allows professionals to display their actions and reactions on what they encounter in life being the boss. The pros and cons. As the owner, it was a pleasure to have All Things Boss being filmed here at IMI Studios today.